Hello, 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 hello. Okay, audible? Hello, is it audible? Audible? Madhu? Audible? Okay. Hello, I'm audible. You can start the recording only after I tell recording. You already started? You already started recording? Yes, I started. Okay, fine. So do we wait for your friends to come or we'll start? Okay. So, so my name is Venkat. I'm going to have a session on how we are going to face the HR interviews, not the technical interviews, right? I'm going to talk about exclusively HR interviews, how we are going to face interviews, what are things you need to carry for the interview, and how you're going to get prepared for the interview, right? I'll tell my background so that you'll be able to understand. Not audible, not clear. It's echoing. I think they need to make some adjustment over here. You can you can call that person. How many of you all need fans here? You want fan? So my session will be on HR interviews, how you're going to prepare, what is that you're going to carry with you for the interview. Clear? Can come to the front. So my session will be interactive. Clear? I am not going to talk continuously. I am going to ask you to talk. So be prepared for the answers. I am not going to say right or wrong. I am not going to judge you people. Whatever you know, you're going to answer that, right? So no hesitation, no fear here. Nothing to worry about. You need to have confidence to talk about. That's what I am trying to set the rule. Okay. And before we start the session, I want all the mobiles should be switched off and put it into the bags. No distractions. All mobiles switch off or airplane mode, put it into your bags, in your bag. The moment it is visible on your front, you are tempting to see reels, Instagram reels. So I want all the mobiles to be put into your bag so that you are not seeing the mobile, right? You're not getting tempted. Fine. Mobile. All done. Switched off. Airplane mode. No sounds. No distractions. So your focus will be on me. Your attention will be on me. The reason is that you have come here to know how is it you're going to get yourself prepared for the interview and how you're going to join the corporate. If you're missing something, that is, you'll be losing the track. Clear? All fine. Okay. So I'm going to talk about myself. I'm going to talk about my journey and I'm going to link specific segments of my experience with the HR interview and how you're going to face it. What are the challenges you have? How did you overcome? All those things I'll be explaining my journey so that I'll be able to relate to you all. It'll be easy for you to understand. I always start about my story because it is easily connected with you all. And you can easily understand as to how the situations will be and how you're going to change yourself to that particular situation. Clear? So my journey started means I was doing degree. I was interested to do commerce. In those days, we had only BA, BCom, BSc, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Commerce, and Bachelor of Science. Unlike you have this computer science, electronics, civil, mechanical, engineering, all those kinds. And apart from that, CA, ICWA, chartered accountant, as law, we had not much of scope. We had, but very limited. So basic degrees were BA become BSc. I was not interested in science. I was good at biology drawing, but not good at the subject. So science, BSc, no. I said no. Max, no. I was not good at max. But accounts, BCom, little bit of max is required, but I have to do it. There is no other option. I opted for BCom. I couldn't get a seat. And the principal told that we'll be giving you a seat in BA. If any vacancy arises, we'll give you, try to accommodate you or give you a seat in BCom. Fine. I started studying BA. My subjects were political science, economics, and public administration, all related to government. How the state government performs, how the governor performs, what are the responsibility of chief minister, secretaries, all related to public administration and political science. President, vice president, how the ministers work, what is a gram panchayat, all the subjects. Boring. Economics, inflation, cost, index, pricing, sales, all boring subjects, but there was no other option. I studied that and I used to connect with the principal to get the BCom. I couldn't get it. No other option, I studied it. So in those days, we never had any gurus, mentors, coach, or the people to guide us. We are all left ourselves. No computers, no Google, no mobile, no one to guide us as to what is to do, what is your ambition, what is your goal. I had no ambition, no goal. After doing BA, what is it I'm going to do? I never thought about it. So when I was in the final year of BA, one of my distant relative came home on a Saturday afternoon and told my mother, where is Venkat? She said, he is yet to come from college. He informed my mother that once Venkat comes, ask him to come and meet me. He is going to join a company on Monday as an accountant. My mother was surprised. He doesn't know anything about accounts. How is it all of a sudden he is yet to complete the degree? He said, nothing to worry about. Ask him to come and see me. I will tell him what is to be done. So after he left, after some time I came home. My mother told me I had lunch. I took my bicycle, went to his place. The moment I went to his place, he took me into his car. He drove me a few kilometers in Hyderabad, opposite to Secretariat, and he told, this is a company you're going to join on Monday as an accountant. I said, I don't have any idea of knowledge of accounts. I don't have experience. I don't know what is to be done. Nothing to worry about. You need to get into the job. I already spoken about you to the managing director. You will learn everything over there and you will start working. I said, what about exams? He said, go and take permission, go to the college, give a letter. Do you have full attendance? I said, yes. Forget about that. So I got only 4 months gap. December, January, February, March. March, I need to write the exams. He said, nothing to worry about. Go and take permission from the managing director. Go to the college one day, give a letter, talk to her, and say that you're going to join a company and you need exemption from the attendance. That's it. Monday morning, I took my bicycle, went to the office, met the managing director, and he told, please wait. The previous accountant will come and explain you as to what is to be done. I was sitting over there. 1 day gone, 2 days gone, 3 days gone, 4 days gone. After 1 week, the previous accountant came all of a sudden. He said, oh, you are Venkatraman going to join this company? Fine, yes. So he told, these are the bills, sales bills. This is the register. All these things, details you have to enter in the register. Left. So whatever he told, I wrote. That's it. After 1 week, again he came. I was sitting simply in the office. Second week he came. Have you completed that? Yes. No, these are the bills, purchase bills, whatever we purchased, some materials, you have to enter in that purchase register. Why purchase register? What is sales register? What is sales? I don't know. He didn't explain me. He told to write this. I wrote. That's it. Bill number, date, invoice number, name of the company, amount. That's it. After 3 weeks, he came. He told, you write all these expenses, what are the day-to-day expenses in this petty cash book. Petty cash book was such a huge bounded one, you can't even lift it with two hands. He told daily expenses, auto charges, postage, transportation, miscellaneous expenses, all about 20, 25 accounts. He told to write the vouchers and write those things. That's it. After that, it didn't come. So 1 month passed by. My uncle came. He said, Venkat, what is it you're doing? I'm sitting here waiting for the accountant to teach me. What? What did he do? He said he told me to write all these things. I wrote, that's it. He will not come, forget about him. You are going to learn on your own. You take all the books, understand, read, understand, and do it on your own. Nobody is going to help you out. You have to learn on your own. Biggest challenge. Without knowing anything, what is that I need to do? So I went through the books, started learning, doing things. One fine day, one factory manager came, that accountant's father. He came, వెంకటరమణ ఏం చేస్తున్నావుయా? సార్ లెక్కలు రాస్తున్నాను. ఇదేంది? క్యాల్కులేటర్ సార్. ఎందుకు? Have you not studied maths in school? I studied. Then why do you want to this? You use your brain. He went and told the managing director, don't give calculator to Venkatraman. He has to work with the brain, calculate all the amounts, man, with the brain. That's it. So I studied, I did, learned, went to bank, did lot of miscellaneous work, go to transportation, collect the materials, go to companies, purchase items, go to this company, sale. Accountant doing all this job? Yes, I did. Went to bank, how to transact the transactions in the bank, how to withdraw the money, how to prepare the draft, how to purchase items through the bank. All those things I learned. One day he told, I'm going to buy a new car, you need to come with me. He took cash of 2 lakhs. He said, you count and give it. I counted for 2 hours without any machine. Nowadays, you got all machines, right? I counted all those things that happened. Slowly, I started into the routines. 5 years had gone by. That was a private limited company, 4 brothers, managing 4 branches, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore. 4 brothers managing 4 companies doing the same activities. So 5 years had gone by. I was looking for a better job. I couldn't get those days. We had the newspapers, unlike you have this Google search or portal. Saturdays, Sundays, lot of newspaper had small advertisements, accountant vacancy, apply for post box number. That's it. I used to prepare the resume manually, put it in the box and post it. Apply, no reply. I had to start out doing this. Then all of a sudden I got 1 or 2 companies. When I went for interview, they sent me a letter that you're going to have interview. And I went there, the chartered accountant asked, interview accounts. What is debit, what is credit, what is profit and loss account, what is banking, all those questions I asked, they asked, I answered. No HR round. HR round, they came, they asked me, we have got very good foundation in accounts. You've got very good knowledge in accounts as per the accounts interview. But as per the company policy, we need to have a BCom certificate. I had only BA certificate because I completed that graduation in that 4 months. I got the certificate. So BCom certificate. Where do I go for BCom certificate? I studied BA. I got good accounts. Yes, you got very good knowledge. But as per company policy, we need a BCom certificate. I didn't get the job. Likewise, few companies. Now another challenge is to study for BCom. BA, totally different from BCom, but I was doing accounts. So one fine day, I met a friend on the way back home. He said, hey, Venkat, after a long time, what is it you're doing? I said, I'm working in this company. Hey, can you go and join a company? My friend is having a company. You can go and join. They want an accountant. Good. I went to that company, introduced myself, gave my resume. It's a partnership, husband-wife partnership. They were into pump sets, all this pump you bore well, right? So they were dealing with that government projects, water supply schemes. I went there for an interview. They found me very good. Luckily, they did not ask my degree certificate of BCom because it's a referral. I got the job, same manual accounts for 5 years. No computers those days. So I was working in that. Since I gained knowledge, I was working in this. I started looking for better company because my main objective was to join a public limited company. All those limited, like now you see TCS, like that, all big companies. Those days, manufacturing companies were very famous. Now IT industry. Those days, there are no IT industries. So I was applying. There was no response. Same, apply, no reply. Referrals went, no reply. Then few companies like in the papers I used to put, they sent a letter, they got an interview. I attended interviews. Same, accounts background, very good. We need BCom certificate. Now what to do? I thought I will do a BCom because that is what required, right? I enrolled myself in Usmania University for BCom course, and late hours after the office hours, I used to study for BCom. I got enrolled over there. No, no coaching, no tuitions, no classes. I studied on my own without any guidance. Of course, I had the knowledge of manual accounting. That knowledge helped me to prepare the studies. I could complete 3 years. First year, second year, third year, I completed. Then I got a BCom certificate. Now, let me look for some companies. Incidentally, we went to a family function. One of a relative, he was asking, what is it you're doing? I said, I'm working in this company, partnership company. He said, why don't you join or become, are you interested to join a corporate company? Yes. He said, my friend is there. He wanted an accountant. Can you go and join? What an opportunity. I went for the interview. The company building is this, only 4 buildings. The 5th building is the company. So 10 years of private limited company, partnership company, manual accounting. So I went into this company, attended the interviews. They said, wow, you have got very good knowledge in accounting. Whatever they asked, I answered. What is trial balance? What is profit and loss account? Banking, everything I told. They were impressed. BCom certificate is there. I got a job. I got a job. Now, madam is busy with something. Can you all please keep your mobiles inside the bag, please? You're going to miss out something. I'm going to come to that segment. So I joined there. Saturday is off day. And in that companies will not believe they had only 2 computers. And the 2 computers, people were in line. Accounts department, personnel department, admin department, purchase department, sales department, secretarial department. 2 computers. Mine is urgent, yours is urgent, hers is urgent, his is urgent. Everybody lined up. And there was a focus accounting package. Computers, I had no knowledge because I did all manual accounts. Absolutely no idea of computers. And those days we had Lotus 123 instead of this MS Office nowadays. No MS Office those days. They had Lotus 123. Probably you can Google and find out later. Lotus 123. I started learning that. It was a big challenge. The people who were working with me when computers were introduced, they said, computers, I'm not going to, I've used manual accounting. They left the job and went. They left the job. They don't want to take up a challenge in learning the new things. But I learned computers. I learned Lotus 123, how to do it, how to type it out, how to take the printout, how to make the presentations. Likewise, focus accounting package. I started learning that how to enter the sales bills, how to enter the purchase bills, how to do the profit and loss account. But and within 3 months, I was posted in a factory, which was about 70 kilometers away from the city. Early morning, 6 o'clock, the van comes, picks me up. If I am late for 1 minute, the van leaves me and goes off. So I need to maintain my time to be at 6 o'clock at the place where the van comes. I went to factory. Factory is a totally different environment because the coffee plantations where they purchase the coffee seeds, they used to prepare instant coffee powder where you buy your brew. So those coffee powder, and it was exported to Russia, 100% export oriented unit. So I was there in the factory accounts and tracking of all the huge godown coffee beans, raw coffee beans, ginjalu, coffee ginjalu. Different varieties of coffee beans. I need to track of all the coffee bags, how much received, how much took for production, 100 grams cottons, cans, 200 grams cans, 1 kg cans, cartons, how many cans will be put into the cartons. I used to account all those things. Purchase of diesel, because to run the factory, we need a diesel. I was into all those things. At the end of the day, come to office, report at office, what is it I did. But after 6 months, I was told to take up a new assignment in office. They said, enough going to factory, now you sit at office. Now you're going to be given compliance, corporate compliance, where all the government related taxes, central government, sales government, state government, all those taxes I was given in charge. Income tax, sales tax, provident fund, employee state insurance, excise, customs. Because 100% export oriented, I need to deal with the excise officials, where you need to give the approval for exporting to the other country. Totally new. I had no knowledge about all these things, but I was part of accounting as well as dealing with the government offices. So anything related to government, Venkat, I was finding it very difficult to deal with all those things. I had never had any experience. I told my superior, can you please help me out? Can you someone come? We said, we are not going to come. You are going to deal it on your own. It was just given to me. That's it. How you do it, it is up to you. I had no idea as to how to communicate with the people. Communication was the main problem. I was not able to communicate with them, but I went, spoke to them, met the people, different departments. I used to handle this. At the same time, I learned computers. While I was working, the company where I was working, Asian Coffee Limited, was merged with Consolidated Coffee. There is another company, Consolidated Coffee, where it got merged. Again, Venkatraman, audit as well as merger. Two companies got merged and accounting from this company to that company. I was totally part of that. Totally. So I used to do that. Got good knowledge, even though I was totally new. Took up a challenge. Lot of challenges in my career. Just note down. I did that. And we were working. After 2 years, again, it got merged with Tata Coffee Limited, the parent company. So all these small companies got merged with Tata Coffee. I think many are busy with the mobile or doing something over there. Mobiles or put it in a bag. You're doing something, writing, reading, story writing, poems. Can you please be attentive? So it got merged with Tata Coffee Limited. 2 mergers. Again, I was part of that merger, right? So 2 mergers in my career, which was totally new. I learned everything. How to liaison with the government officials, communications. These all challenges. And by the time I completed 10 years, there was a notification that above 40 years will be sent. So we filed, a few of the people who were above 40, filled up the application, left the company, 15 days. That's it. I was left jobless for 6 months. I was left for jobless for 6 months. Again, I started applying for the companies. Nowhere I could get the cup because so much of competition over there. And one of my friend told, why don't you become LIC agent, insurance agent? I said, I cannot sell. I do not know how to sell. I do not know how to communicate. He said, why don't you give it a try instead of sitting at home? So I joined an insurance company. 1 month training was over. After the training, For 6 months, I tried not even a single policy I could sell. That was how I was bad with the communication. I was not able to convince people to take a insurance policy. I left it. I said, sale is not my cup of tea. That's it. I left it. And while I was looking for the jobs, my distant relative came home on some family function. I told my parents not to go and ask anyone that my son is jobless. Why don't you give a job? Why don't you help you? Don't ask anything. But my mother, without my knowledge, informed my cousin's cousin that Venkat is jobless. Can you please look into his past 6 months? He is jobless. At the time I was married, I was having a kid also. Then he said, you should have told me. He was a vice president in Satyam Computers, IT company. How many of you know Satyam Computers? So he said he was a vice president there, and he put a word to the accounts manager. He said, I got one person who can be taken to accounts. Good. I got into an interview. I got the interview done very well. I got into a job, but again, he has specialization on compliance. I need to take care of the provident fund. Once you join a company, you'll know about provident fund. But uh, I was to take up that role as a specialized. So accounting, 145 countries, different currencies, convert into Indian rupees and pay to the central government PF office. That was my activity, accounting. I took it up. I was a single person for the company. Almost 17,000, 20,000 employees were there, mostly manual, somewhere part of computerized. I took it up. I started, it was 6 months contract. Then afterwards, again, they extended. I asked for permanent role. They said, we'll look into it. And after 2 years, I got a permanent role in that company. So IT industry, I was into specialization of Provident Fund. When all were going smooth, all of a sudden, the company went into a scam. You can Google search later, the background of Satyam Computers. There was a scam, and we were thinking as to what will happen to our jobs. And it was under CBI scanner, Central Bureau of Investigation. I was part of that investigation because handling the Provident Fund of all the employees of the company. Challenging job, 1 year, no Saturdays, no Sundays, no holidays. Daily we have to go to office, give the reports to all the agencies, that Central Bureau of Investigation. Tough job. We did it. And after all the scam was over, investigation was done, Tech Mahindra purchased that. So I was part of another merger. Again, handing over all this accounting to Tech Mahindra. 10 years had gone by. And once this activity was going on, all of a sudden I got a call from CMC Limited. Previously it was a central government office. Then it was taken over by Tata Consultancy. It was subsidiary of Tata Consultancy. And the manager who called me told that there is a vacancy in PF. How I got to know in that company, my brother was working in that as a senior accounts manager. He was a ICWA. So he put a referral to his boss that my brother is looking for a job. And by the time I got into Satyam Computers, and this was the opportunity, I got it. So the person who was handling, he retired, and I was to take up his role. Good. So again, I joined a new company, CMC Limited. But again, there's a new challenge here. New challenge, Provident Fund, which is maintained by the central government office, but here it is maintained by the company only, trust, CMCPF trust. I was to handle the accounts of Provident Fund of all the employees, do the investments to get the interest. New job, totally different, which I was doing monotonously daily. I was so perfect in all those things, but new job here, again, new challenge. I said, okay, fine, let me learn and get it. Madam is busy. Busy, talking, laughing. So I was joined there. I joined there as an accounts manager. And I was into that. And my boss He was supposed to retire the very next year. He said, Venkat, you're going to take care of all these activities. I'm going to retire next year. In this 1 year, you have to learn everything and you need to take it forward. Very big challenge. Totally new to that subject, totally new to that area. No, absolutely no idea, but he taught me. Within 1.5 years, that was merged with Tata Consultancy Services. Now see, who will get the opportunities to work in companies where you got 4 mergers and I got good, fair enough knowledge as to how the merger happens. So CMC was merged with Tata Consultancy Services and I had been to Mumbai to hand over all the accounts, auditing, everything was done. Fine. Now after handing over, they said, you need to be on the bench. There is no vacancy because accounts got merged. There is no CMC. You need to be on the bench. I got a big shock. I got another 7 years to go. I told, can you please take me into your team? I am ready to come to Mumbai and work. I am ready to support your team. He said there is no vacancy. Any vacancy in accounts, no vacancy. Any vacancy in HR, admin, purchase. I am ready to do any kind of role because my mind got tuned in such a way that whatever new things come, whatever challenges will come in my life, I am ready to take it. That was my mindset. Because all through my career, you had seen how many challenges I had, how many new things had come up unexpectedly. So my mind was tuned now. I cannot sit jobless for 7 months, right? 7 years, sorry. So I told any role in purchase, sales, admin, or HR, I'm ready to do it. You will not believe after 3 months, I got a call that you are going to join the HR team in Hyderabad. Luck. I joined HR after 33 long years in finance and accounts in different companies, private limited company, partnership company, manufacturing company, IT company. I had vast experience in all this. I don't think anybody would get this kind of opportunities. And I was a person to grab it, take up the challenges, and perform my activities. So I joined HR. My part of my work was into this merger activity, which was still pending. I used to take care, liaison with the PF office, visit PF office, liaising, connect with employees, do that. But why I thought, what if this small activity will come to a stop? Again, what will I do if I am asked to go on bench? So my mind started playing. I need to do something different to learn, to survive for another 7 years till my retirement. So I ventured into other areas on my own. I said, I want to do something different. I went into induction team. I went into joining formalities, how you're going to join the company. What are the induction things you're going to do? I learned all those things. I was into separations. Employees leave the organization, right? What are those formalities? I joined the team. I learned all those things and I did those activities. I was into interview. Like you all going to join an interview, right? I was in the interview panel. I learned how to interview the candidates. All these things I got to learn. The reason is that I need to do something till my retirement. I don't want to sit idle without doing anything. That was my thing in my mind. And when I was doing all these things, I joined Toastmasters in TCS 6 years ago, 2018. Math is a Toastmaster. And who else is a Toastmaster here? Your name? Gautami. Yes, I remember. Prasanna? Yes. See, I know. So these 3 Toastmasters, I got connected with them. You will be surprised. This is what network is. So I joined Toastmasters, communication skills, leadership skills. I learned all those things. I was a president, vice president, secretary in that company, in that Toastmasters club. I learned how to communicate. And that is the reason I am here in front of you all, able to communicate well and connect with you all. I was not able to communicate properly all through my career because I was not good at that. But the hunger in me to learn something new has made me to join Toastmasters. My passion was in journalism. I couldn't pursue that. But I started with passion of writing letters to the newspapers, articles to the newspapers. More than 100 got published during my college days. And in the college magazine, I wrote an article, it got published. In corporate, I wrote an article, it got published in the corporate magazine. In Toastmasters, I contributed 2 articles. Later, I was an editor for the magazines. I was editor for that. Those you all do not know what is editor, you need to edit the articles received from other people, edit and publish it. I was part of that. New learnings, everywhere new learnings, hunger for learning. That needs to be there throughout your career. If you're not going to learn, I'm going to talk about that when I'm coming to the HR. The purpose of telling my story is to connect my stories at the respective segments for you to easily understand. How many of you all listen to radios? FM, right? I was a RJ in All India Radio Hyderabad when I was in college. I was live on All India Radio. I was in the studios talking with the people playing the music in English. I participated in debates. I participated in quiz, and I gave presentations on sports and news in English in All India Radio Hyderabad. That was my passion. Now again, the Toastmasters are giving a platform to do something different over here. And this Toastmasters has elevated me to a next level. You will not believe, I was working as an HR in that. I got an opportunity to give book talks in TCS. I used to read the books and give the talks for 1.5 hours. So my communication improved, my presentations improved, I gained knowledge in reading. Good. And again, that Toastmasters referral has given me a chance to give sessions on communications in TCS Ion. In TCS Ion, how many of you all log into TCS Ion? How many of you all NQT, Ninja, Prime? So in TCS Ion, we have education sessions where people from different background come and do sessions for the benefit of students. So for 2 years, I had given 14 sessions on business communications. I had not expected that I'll be receiving those kind of opportunities, but it came. I grabbed it. And 2 years before, I did a certification course on training. Now I'm here in front of you as a trainer. 2 months ago, I enrolled for a course. I'm studying a course now. So I'm going to connect with all my experiences with the respective segments, what you're going to talk about in your HR interviews and how you're going to present it. What are the challenges? Why you need to accept the challenges? Why you need to adapt to the situations? If you don't have that mindset of adapting to the situations, accepting the challenges, you will be left wherever you are. You are not going to put your step forward. That's the reason I gave my story to you all, to make you clearly understand that you need to accept the challenges in life. It's not that you're going to do your BTech, be in the comfort zone. నాకు ఇది వచ్చింది ఇదే చాలు నేను ఇదే చేస్తాను. No. So this is my journey. I retired in November 2023, last year in TCS. Now I'm a public, I'm doing consulting on Provident Fund now. I'm a consultant for Provident Fund. I'm going to sign a contract with TCS Ion for business communications for 5 years now. I never expected these opportunities will come, but the skills and talents I have, I am able to upgrade myself continuously to continue my journey even after my retirement. Clear? So this is my journey. Now coming to the part, what is the time now? 11. You want to have a break now? 12. What is the lunch time? 12:30, 12. 12, 12:30. 12. Until unless you put a stop, I'm going to talk continuously till 4 o'clock. You need to tell me when is the lunch break, when is you are going to tell me? Lunch break. So you have to tell me 5, 10 minutes before the lunch time that you've got a lunch break, right? I am not seeing the time. I don't keep the time with me to see what is the time now. My sessions will be all interaction. I need answers from you all. And how many of you all like to have goodies, chocolates? Only 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, at least almost. So those are answering my questions who are attentive. Those are answering my questions are going to get goodies, chocolates from me. You want? Yesterday I told in the afternoon, many of them answered they got goodies. If I don't tell this, you'll not answer, right? I'll get chocolate. But there are many who have got, you don't have that confidence to talk, right? You want to talk, but you cannot talk. I was also like you. After joining Toastmasters, I am in front of you all. I didn't have that confidence to talk in front of you all, right? But after joining Toastmasters, it gives so much of confidence, right? I don't have laptop, I don't have PPTs, but I'm talking to you in front of you all. It's a confidence level I've built. Not well, not well. No, not well. Closing your eyes and keeping like this. Huh? Can you all come to the front? You want me to talk a little bit loud? Now it is audible? Audible? You have to tell me. No, if I'm not audible, you should tell me. So now I'm going to start the session. I've given my story. I always give my story because my life is full of challenges and adaptations to the situations, how I get to learn something new to get going forward in my career. If I have not, if I have not, if my manager has not told me to not to touch calculator, I would have been relying on calculator throughout my life. If I have not learned how to use computers, like my friends, I would have been left jobless. Many of my friends left the job. They said, I don't want to do computers, I don't want to learn. I want to write only manual accounts. If I had that kind of mindset, I won't have traveled all these years and be here, right? If you want to have learned something new, if you want to have changed the transition from finance to HR, my BA to BCom, that's a big transition. And from finance to HR, it's a big transition, right? And the challenges I had encountered, and the learnings in between that made me land up over here right now. So you're going to start your career now. You're going to see how you're going to shape up your career. You're going to see how you're going to learn a lot of new things. And you are going to see how much effort you're going to put, embrace the challenges, and take your life forward. How many of you all wanted to do higher studies after BTech? Higher studies? What is it you want to do? Masters, PhD? Masters. Fine, good. How many of you all want to complete your education and go for jobs immediately? Good. So how many of you all think you're going to, how many companies come here for the interviews? Corporate, how many corporate companies come here for the interviews? Huh? Accenture, Infosys, TCS, Oracle. No, how many companies come here? Only one. TCS, Accenture. You are all talking among yourselves. You are all talking among yourselves. Accenture, TCS, Deltex. I did not hear from here. Deltex. Yesterday, some of your friends told HCL, Amazon, Wipro. Your friends, other section, the other section. Huh? Seniors, fourth year. No, all are third year, right? Okay. But how many companies come here? Only two. Only two. One, Accenture only. But yesterday, some 8 companies they told Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, Amazon. Okay. Cognizant. I heard this. Okay. So, how many of you all going to attend the Accenture or TCS interviews? Everyone? So, how many of you all got prepared yourself? How many of you all prepared resumes? Okay. So, this is whatever resume you have done, that is the final. You are going to, why you want to upgrade? Good. And what is the new things you are going to learn or going to already learned? Going to learn. Okay. You're going to upgrade your resumes. Okay. There is one more trainer who comes for resume preparing. I am not the person to connect with because my focus is only on HR interviews and how you are going to face the interview, how you are going to be in the corporate world, how you are going to behave in the corporate world, what is your attire, what is your behavior, and your do's and don'ts in the corporate. I'm going to do that only. My focus is only on HR interviews. Okay. So how many all attended the previous trainers? Who are all were the trainers? Joy sir, Satya sir. Okay. So who did what? Aptitude. Then Joy sir, employability skills. And Satya sir, skills, strength, weakness, skills. Fine. So you have got a fair idea of to how is that you're going to enter into the corporate world, right? Got a fair idea now. Now you want to know how you want to go for HR interviews. You need to remind me, I need to drink, otherwise my throat will be out. Continuously talking the whole day. So few of them have prepared the resumes and few of them yet to prepare, right? Okay, fine. So attend HR interviews. I'm not going to talk about your technical interview. The technical interview will be taken by someone else. How you are going to attend the technical interview rounds, how you are going to present yourself with your technical knowledge, your technical coding, Java, Python, C, C++, all those things, right? I'm not going to talk about those rounds. I'm going to talk about only the HR round. What is HR? What is human resources? I'm not seeing these people because I'm always on the forward, because I want to see that they are able to listen to you. But what is human resources? We are all we are all human. What is resources? What we
Resources is a person, means you're going to provide the resources for the company to do a particular project. We are the resource, right? We are humans and we are the resources for the company. How you are going to do how the company works with the resources. What kind of resources? Human resources. Or robo. Robo is also resource, right? So how many of you all have a confidence that you're going to get a job in TCS or Accenture? Which company? Sit down, sit down. Amazon. Amazon, you're going to come here for interviews? You try off campus. Okay. So how many of you are aware campus recruitment, offline campus recruitment? You're aware? Okay. So how many of you are confident that you're going to get a job in the campus recruitment? Okay, fine. So how many of you are mentally prepared for that? Mentally prepared. Mentally prepared for what? Could get a job. But for getting a job, what is that you need to do? Huh? Upgrade your skills. Apart from your upgrading skills, anything else is required? Confidence. How many of you all have confidence? How many of you all have confidence? Okay, you got confidence in you that you're going to get a job. But how you are going to get a job with only having the confidence? Communication. What is communication? Speaking. Speaking only in English is a communication, right? Listening skills. Understanding. And communication is English is a communication, right? Huh? So any language you communicate is a communication. No, any language you are communicating with anyone is a communication. Yes or no? No, I'm having a doubt whether speaking in any other language is a communication or not. Now she has given a new doubt to me. Now I need to Google search. So speaking in any language is a communication. Yes? Okay. Raimat is telling something. Okay, so not only speaking, you are going to understand the most important aspect of communication is the listening skills. More than 70% is a listening skill. How many of you are aware? Listening skill is very, very important. So in my sessions, you're going to have lot of communication skills. I'm going to come up with many activities and see how confident you are in listening. Right? You're going to see a lot of fun activities in during my sessions, and I'm going to connect that. Right? So communication is talking in any language is a communication. Listening skills is very important. You need to have confidence in communication. The way you communicate with your friends, the way you communicate with your faculty members, the way you communicate with your neighbors, the way you communicate with your friends, the way you communicate with the parents, and the way you're going to communicate with the corporate team, the officers, office managers, your team members, your clients, is all communication. So how confident you're going to express yourself? Rama told you're going to express with confidence, you are going to express yourself. So what is it you're going to express to the other person should be very clear. And whatever answers you're going to tell, I'm going to come up with a question. The reason is that in the HR interview also, whatever answers you're going to tell, the HR will come with another question from that answer. I'm making a point very clear here. The moment she told communications, I immediately asked another question. Right? So whatever answers you tell, one more question will come up over there. You need to be mentally prepared for that. It's not that only I am asking, it may be from anywhere. Clear? So what is an HR interview? Any idea? What is HR interview? Huh? Based on a resume. No, one by one. Too many people, I'm not. Okay. Okay. Good. Those are answering, at least clap, no? Come and appreciate. Right? We can appreciate, right? We can appreciate who is giving answers. I'm not telling right or wrong. I'm going to tell that part and you can connect with this, which is right or wrong. You yourself can make it out. But I'm not going to say you're right or you're wrong. Don't feel that sir will pinpoint that I told something wrong. So don't feel about it. Whether right or wrong, everybody, whatever knowledge we have got, we need to share. We make mistakes, right? Everybody does mistakes, right? Yes or no? We all make mistakes, right? Some things knowingly, some things unknowingly. Some of the mistakes we do it unknowingly, but we need to learn from the mistakes. Knowingly doing the mistakes again and again is not acceptable, right? Yes or no? You know that you have done a mistake. Next time also you're going to do the same mistake, not acceptable by anyone, not even by you. Correct? So you need to know how to what, how to learn from the mistakes. Fine. So there is no right or wrong answers. You yourself can make it out what is right, what is wrong. Partly may be right, partly may be wrong. We do not know because your view, your mindset, your thinking, your analysis on the subject is different from others. But the ultimate result should be the same, right? Because the common information what we are passing is that you need to give a common answer. But the way you are going through it, you may go through this way, you may go through this way, but the end is destination is same. Right or wrong? Right. So in HR interviews, what are the questions you're going to ask? Any idea? Self introduction, personal, personal questions. One by one, one by one. All talking, I'm not able to hear. Huh? Why you hire me? Others, please listen. Please maintain silence and listen to others what they're talking about. You told something? Strength and weakness. Who told you? Who told you strength and weakness? You connected with your friends of previous sessions? No? Yes? No? Huh? By guessing. Good. You told something? Someone? About the hobbies, achievements, achievements, challenges you faced, experience on skills. Okay. So how long the interview will be from HR? 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Who had this interview? Just a minute, just a minute. Do you know anyone who attended 1.5 hour? Wait, wait, wait. Please see when one person is talking, please be attentive and listen. Don't talk in everyone in the same noise because I am not able to listen. One by one, I'll give chance to everyone. Yes, who wants to tell? Raise your hand and tell. 10 to 20 minutes. You? Same. You? 12 to 15. How is that 12 come? You want to say something different? Huh? Based on the answers, timing may increase or decrease. Anyone else? Someone raise your hand. Someone raise their hand. Huh? 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. 9 to 12 minutes. Huh? Based on someone told 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, based on. So how many candidates will be there in a day to attend the interviews? So many, right? Who has got time to spend half an hour, 1 hour, half an hour, 15 minutes? 15 minutes is ideal time. 15 minutes is the ideal time for one candidate. So in that 15 minutes, you are going to impress the employer about yourself. Huh. I'll come to that. So minimum duration will be 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, how many computer science graduates are here? This section, that section, 4 sections. On the whole, how many? On the whole, how many are there in the campus? 350 in both KIT and that women's and 1500, 1100. Okay. So you got 1100 or 1500 here in this campus itself. And how many companies are going to come here to recruit? One company. And all that one company will hire all the 1100 here. Why? Huh? Based on vacancies. How many vacancies will be there? One. 10 to 20. So now just imagine in KIT itself, we have got 1100. In Andhra Pradesh, how much will be? How many will be? Thousands, right? And Telangana, and you take the whole country. How many computer software engineers are there every year? Lakhs. Do you have lakhs of vacancies in the companies? No. Then how will you get a job? Sir has given a big shock. How will I get a job? I'm qualified, sir. I got a BTech certificate. I'll get a job. Skills. Skills. Now, what will be the vacancies you told? 10, 20, right? So out of 1100, one company is going to recruit 20. One company. Yes. So how many companies are going to have? That's what I asked. How many companies are going to come here for campus interview? 5 to 6 companies. So every company around 10 to 20 will take the maximum 20. One company. So 6 companies, 120. So out of 1100, 120 will be picked up by the employers. Correct? Now, what will others do? Offline. How confident you are will get the offline? How do you connect? How do you know there are offline recruitments going on? No idea? LinkedIn? LinkedIn? Website. You are going to have your own website or company's website you are going to. So you're going to see each and every website whether there are any vacancies. Fine. And in the campus recruitment, that 120, right? How many of you all there that you are in 120? That 120 may you are all there. So almost here 20 are there. In this section itself, 20. Wow. Great. I'd have been, I want to do BTech now. So just imagine corporates are going to come here for campus recruitment, and out of that 1100, only 120 are going to be selected, right? 5 or 6 companies. Yesterday, one of your friend told she wants to join Amazon. Why Amazon? She said she wants to do sales. Wow. BTech, sales. I was not able to link. I was trying to link myself B and BCom. So your friend told she wants to do BTech and do sales. I asked her, what is that link? What answer she told, she wants to do AI. She wants to use the UI in the sales. Great. Good idea. I didn't think about that. So you got opportunities, very less, but you need to be out of that 1100, that 120, who the corporates are going to pick it up, pick you all, right? So in the here section itself, we have got about 20, 25. Good confidence level, appreciate. Now, what are the questions? Normally, the HR interview has 15 minutes time. What are the questions they will ask? Self-introduction, hobbies, skills, achievements. Okay. Salary, projects, salary, skills, certificates, personal, personal information, personality development, resume. Okay, now the first question normally the HR will ask is that introduce yourself, right? They will ask, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. What is it you're going to answer? Huh? One by one, one by one. Hmm.
And our specific domains and our skills
Hmm.
and our hobbies
Hmm.
and our experience. One minute to 1.5 minutes.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Many of them open their mouth all of a sudden silence. Anyone else? Tell us about yourself. What is it you're going to tell about you? Huh? Long-term goals, short-term goals. Then tell us about yourself. Be clear with the question. Tell us about yourself. Name, native place, one by one. What we have studied,
After hobbies,
okay, fine. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anything else? Anyone else? Anything else? Nothing? Okay, listen. Listen here. Very important point you need to note. Tell us about yourself. You are not going to talk anything about yourself which is mentioned on your resume. You are able to get the answer? You are not going to talk anything about yourself which is written on your resume. No expressions. No expressions. What is it you're going to talk then? Tell us about yourself. You already given everything on your resume, right? Your name, your age, your date of birth, your father's name, mother's name, brother's name, sister's name, email, WhatsApp, your education, qualification, your hobbies, your language, your skills, everything is there. But you are not going to talk anything about that which has been mentioned in your resume. Nobody is asking questions now. Everybody is silent. You don't have any questions? What should I? What should I say? Everything is in a resume, no? Everything is resume. They ask you to send a soft copy, you send by mail. The moment you attend the interview, they ask for the hard copy, you give the hard copy, they will go through. Wow. Good. Good. But what? But also you have mentioned in your resume. Tell us about yourself. Huh? You connected with your friends in the sessions. You are going to talk, sit down. You are going to talk about yourself, about your achievement, with the challenges you had faced. What are the challenges you had encountered? You are going to tell 2 to 3 minutes of stories, only 2 to 3 minutes. You are going to impress the employer with the just 2 minute to 3 minute story, 3 minutes only. No employer has got time to listen to all your stories. I have taken the advantage of telling my story for more than half an hour, 45 minutes. But no employer will be listening to all my those detailed stories. I need to give in a nutshell. Nutshell. What is a nutshell? నట్టు దాంట్లో షెల్ ఇంతనే చెప్పాలి. Nobody has got time to listen to all your stories because there are so many candidates waiting outside. You are going to talk about yourself, any project or any challenges you had gone through, how you are overcome those challenges, how you are adapted to the situations, how you are able to successfully complete that activity within the stipulated time. Now you are able to get the answer. What is it I need to tell a story, sir, in 3 minutes? Everybody has got a story, right? I got a big story about my career, but for you, it's a small story, right? Your career is going to begin. Very simple. How many of you have done a project? Projects? Some certifications? Okay. You are going to talk about that. How many of you all had some problems in doing that project? Everyone had? What kind of challenges you had, you know? Whether you are able to complete within the time? No. But you know, what are the outcomes, right? You are going to tell a story about that only. You are not going to tell anything about yourself which is written on your resume. Clear? You already sent a soft copy, you are given a hard copy. A glance of your hard copy, the employer will know as to what you are. Right? What is your GPA? What are your specialized subjects? Whether you are good at Java. Technical team has already done your interview. Right? MR round, they already done the interview. Your skills, your competencies, technical knowledge, how good you are, what is the GPA you got, everything is in the resume. And the technical round is already over. You are coding, programming. How is it you are able to solve that within a small programming? 2 minutes of programming, they will say, can you do this on Java programming? Yes, you already done. Can you do it in Java? Yes. What is the difference between Java and Python? You are going to give answers. Why it cannot be done in Python? Why it can be done in Java? You have got explanation for that. Yesterday, someone told it's very easy to do it. I'm going to do it. But why you're not going to take up a challenging thing in doing it in other Python language? You're going to give an explanation to the technical people, right? I'm not going to talk about. Here, you are going to talk about yourself, the project you are taken, the purpose of taking that project, how you are able to plan your activities, how you are able to progress in that project, what are the challenges you are overcome, how did you complete the project, what was your takeaway lesson message, or what is your lesson learned from that. I'll give a small example for your understanding. I took a Java project. My Java project is of 6 weeks. I was able to do with all the coding. I planned out to do this project in such a way so that my result will be this. So I started doing that. I was able to think my dear friend is feeling sleepy or not well. Your orange dress. Huh? Fine, but you are feeling somewhat sleepy. I could see your eyes. So you are going to your plan. How is it you're going to do the project? How many of you all have do the timetable or agenda as to how you are going to do this? Right? How many of you all done the projects with the planning? Step by step. First week I will do this, second week I will do this, third week I will do this, fourth week I will do this, fifth week done. How many of you all plan? Okay, without planning, can you do it? Okay. I'm going to do some activities you will learn. So you need to plan your activity. You need to say what is the purpose of taking that project. What is it you're going to do in that project? What is the end result? What are the challenges you are undergone? How did you overcome those challenges? And how you are able to successfully complete. This could be your story. So for example, I took a project in doing sales. What will be the sales in another 5 years? I'm going to project it based on the present sales. I do not know your technical team. I'm talking about sales. So my first year, I put so much of money. I got only this amount. There is loss. But my 5-year projection is this based on the survey I have done. So you're going to write a program, complete the project. So while doing this project, you are got stuck somewhere. You are going into a loop. You are not able to come out of that loop because it gives the same answer every time, same error, same answer. How is that you are overcome the challenge by coming out of that loop or that error, syntax error or whatever error you get, right? So you're going to make a note of it. How is it you come out of that loop? How is it you are able to break away from that loop, right? And after completion of 4 weeks, all of a sudden my laptop crashed. My laptop crashed. I did not have backup. I did not save it in my pen drive. I did not save it in cloud. My laptop crashed. 4th week. 5th week, I need to complete the project. Now, what is it you're going to do? Immediately, you go to a technical person to get it resolved. He said, this has got a major problem. Recovery will take 1 week or 10 days time. We don't have mechanics now. He has gone on leave. What is it you're going to do next? Your action, thought of action. What is your plan? How to get it recovered? This will be a prime focus area. So you're going to approach any other technical person to resolve this. And you're going to tell him, I want it to be recovered within 3 or 4 days time. I don't have time. I need to complete this project and present it. Otherwise, my efforts all waste. So you're going to follow with a technical person. He'll say 10 days, 1 week, you bring it to 1 week. No, 1 week. I'm getting tensed. I want to complete this. You do whatever you want. My daddy, you discuss your daddy will pay a lot of money because it's very important. So you come to a situation where you'll say, okay, within 5 weeks, 5 days, I'll try to do it. And you follow up with him. Successfully, he was able to complete that. He was able to give it within 3 days time with so much of follow-ups. You got the recovery done, but unfortunately, only partly got recovered. The other part got missed out, lost. He said, sorry, only part of it recovered. I can't do anything on this. Is there any other way? No other way. That's it. Now, next action point. What is it I need to do? Your action plan will be, you already completed the majority of the project, right? You have not saved it in your pen drive. You have not saved it in a cloud. But at least you have got something in your brain, right? You're going to work on that with the things what all had happened, right? You're going to retrieve all the information from your brain and start working from the scratch. From the scratch. You got hardly just 5 days, 6 days left. You worked so hard, you put all your efforts. You know where the loops were there, you know where the errors were there, you know how you got rectified those errors, right? Everything is in the brain. You are going to retrieve all those that, put it in there, and you are able to complete within 4 days time. And you are able to successfully implement it, successfully get the result. Now you're going to tell a story on this to your employer to impress them with confidence. How is that? Why is that you have taken that project? What is your result? How did you start it? What are your action plan? What are the challenges you encountered? How the system got crashed? How the technical person could retrieve part of it? And how is that you right from scratch, you did the project? And you are able to complete 4 days before the deadline. This will be your story. Clear? You are giving a message to the employer that whatever may be the situations, whatever may be the challenges, you don't have any other option. You are not able to recover the information from the system, partly lost. With that part, you are not able to do anything. Again, you started from scratch and you are able to retrieve all those things which you are in your mind, even though you have not made a note of it in your notebook. There was nothing mentioned in your notebook, no saving in your pen drive, no saving in your cloud, but you are able to retrieve all the information and you are able to complete it. And you are able to complete 4 days before the deadline. You are going to give a story to impress that employer. Simple. I give an example. This will be a story, 2 to 3 minutes. And your story should be your own. It cannot be cooked up story. wherein the moment you start, you fumble. No, sir, I forgot. Wait, sir, I will think. That's it. Your confidence level is gone there. You are impressing your employer that you are not the right person to be selected. Clear? Clear? Your story always comes with the flow, right? I got a story, it came with the flow, right? Did I have anywhere I got fumbled or stopped anywhere? No, because my own story, I know what are the sequence. Your own story, 2 to 3 minutes, you are going to impress your employer with your story that you are able to succeed the challenge, you are overcome it and complete it within the stipulated time. So you are giving a message, two messages here, your confidence, how you are able to overcome the challenge, how you are able to do within the stipulated time. And this is what is required by the employer because they want a candidate who can do this activity even though there are conflicts, there are issues. You are going to take it up as a challenge. You heard my story. What were my challenges? I do not know how to operate computers. I learned. I do not know how to liaison with the government officials. I learned. Right? I do not know what are the audit. I learned. I do not know how to do the mergers. I learned. These were the challenges in my life. And I overcome all these challenges because of my learnings. If I have not done all these things, I would have got stuck somewhere, right? I would not have been standing in front of you. Clear? I got challenges and I'd overcome it. And I'm able to survive all those storm. It's not a sea, it's not a sea where you got a smooth sailing. Lots of storms in between comes. You have to come out of the situation at that moment. At that moment, what is it you're going to do? Your action plan. Problem వచ్చింది, everywhere problems are there. But you cannot sit on the problems and say, I got a problem. You need to come out with a solution. Your action plan will be how to think and do the solution for the problem. People always talk, నాకు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది, వర్షం వచ్చింది, నేను లేటుగా వచ్చాను, లేటుగా లేచాను, బట్టలు ఆరలేదు, మోటార్ పోయింది. All these are excuses, all these are problems. But how we are going to overcome those challenges and how we are going to make it on time. That is your story. Very clear? Tell us about yourself. You need to talk about your project. You are going to talk about your challenges. You are going to talk about how you are done your project within the stipulated time. All are software engineers. All are computer science. All are good at Python, C++, Java, everything. Everybody can do the activities. But the employers are looking for the candidates who are capable enough. You all talking something? Who are all capable enough to act on those situations. Clear? Clear? What is that you're seeing? Mobiles, please off. Mobile? Is it a mobile? Can you please keep your mobiles in your bag? If it is my session will be boring. But I am talking about your career. I was in HR. I had interviewed a lot of candidates. I know how their mindset will be. Even though you are mentally prepared at that moment, you're going to be tensed. You will not be able to come up with answers. Please be attentive. Please listen to that. Focus. You are spending a lot of money to attend college. Your management is spending money. We have come all the way from Hyderabad, staying here for 4 days and giving you trainings. And these 2 hours, 4 hours, gyan or the knowledge which are going to share with you, it is going to be there till you all attend the interviews, right? How many months or how many years you got to attend the interviews? Huh? When are you going to attend the interviews? 78 weeks. Yesterday also I got the same answer, 78 weeks. So 78 weeks, you got a lot of time to prepare yourself. To prepare yourself. Clear? So you need to tell your story about this. Tell us about yourself. You are going to talk about a story. What is a story? You think it, prepare it, practice it. Don't write it, mug it up and go and tell. If you're going to mug it up, you're going to lose the flow. It should be your own story. It should be your own story, right? And don't mug it up. Your own story comes with your automatic flow. You know the sequence, you know what had happened. You can tell a story very smoothly, right? Yes or no? So you need to have confidence. You need to tell a story. Tell us about yourself. Now, what is the next question? What is the next question the HR will ask? Someone told skills, projects, achievements. Why are going to hire you? Next question will be, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Can you fit the job? What are your strengths? What are your strengths? Positive thinking, leadership quality. Do you have leadership quality? Time management, understanding, teamwork, self motivation, quick learner, confidence, coordination,
Patient.
patience, discipline, punctuality, problem solving, decision making. Good. Comprehensive skills. One by one, please. Silence, silence, silence. First thing is, you need to listen to others what they are telling. If you all make noise, I cannot listen because I got a mic here. Huh? Perfect practice. Then analytical skills, presentation, patience, logical thinking. So for all this, you're going to tell about yourself, how confident you are, how much logical thinking, your decision making. What is the decision making? Can you relate to the story I told you right now? Decision making. What is that? No, I am talking about the your project. I sold a story, right? So what is the decision making here? How to recover the tech, how to recover the data from the laptop or desktop which got crashed. So what is the decision making you're going to problem అయిపోయింది పోయింది నా project మొత్తం పోయింది. That is not the decision making, right? Now what is it I next do I need to do next? How to resolve that issue? How to complete the project? That should be your decision making. What are your next steps? ఏడిస్తే ఏం రాదు, ఇక్కడ నీళ్ళే వస్తుంది. ఏడిస్తే నీళ్ళే వస్తుంది కానీ ఏం రాదు. Correct? You need to have decision making. So you need to tell a story about decision making. What is your strength? Decision making. Leadership quality. What kind of leadership quality? If you tell, as I told you, whatever answers you tell, their question going to come from that. You can tell decision making, confidence, I got skills, leadership skills, patience. They'll observe you in that 15 minutes. They are going to mark all your about all your activities. The way you greeted, the way you are smiling, the way you're tense, you're having confidence, the way you're narrating your story, the way you are doing your actions, everything will be marked over there. Everything is marked. 15 minutes la, e glance, the moment you enter, the after the interview you go out, everything is scanned. 15 minutes la మొత్తం అక్కడ మార్క్స్ పడిపోతుంది automatic. By the time you move out of the room, your report is submitted in the system. Your report is submitted. How confident you are. How decision making, patience, time management, you can tell a lot of things. But when they ask you the story, you don't have any answers, you are caught. You are caught. Be aware of what you are talking, what you are telling the story. Don't tell whatever you want. This are all my strengths. No, which are all genuine, only you tell the genuine strengths you have. What are weaknesses? Weaknesses? Huh? Overthinking is a weakness. Overthinking, yesterday's Joy, sir. Time management. Time management is very, very important, right? Silence, silence. Please listen. Please listen, no? Silence. Time management is very important. If nobody is maintaining the time, that is a weakness, right? Then what else? Dedicated to work. So how much of dedication of work will be known based on your story. All our stories will be easily made out, right? How much you have got patience. You are sitting at the sofa outside. They can see you on the camera. They will know how much patience you have got. The way you're doing actions in the sofa. Ah. All those are recorded there. They can easily make out how much patience you got. Clear? Yes or no? The moment you enter in, the moment you enter out, everything is scanned. They observe everything. So your strength and weaknesses, don't come and go and tell I can lift like Prabhas. That is my strength. No. Tell about your strengths. What are your strengths? My strength is I always wake up early in the morning. Late to bed, late to rise. No. Early to bed, early to rise. Yesterday I woke up at 4 o'clock. Today I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. That is my strength. What is the 10 minutes more? For lunch. Good. So you are going to talk about your weakness and strengths. Weakness also you can disclose, no problem. But you need to come out with a supporting answer. I got weakness in this, but I'm striving hard to develop a good quality on this. Right? You are going to come up with a subsequent answer of your weakness. What are your weaknesses? You can tell your weakness, no problem. You need to tell. If you don't tell, you'll be put in a particular project and they will gauge you or analyze you how you are in that. So don't tell whatever comes in your mind. The real things you need to tell. Don't goof up stories. Don't cook up stories. Real life is different. Real life is different. సినిమాలో అక్కడ హీరో ఏమని చెప్పి లోపల జాబ్ దొరుకుతుంది ఇక్కడ అట్లా కాదు క్లియర్ సినిమా ఇస్ ఫర్ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ దట్ కెనాట్ బి ఫాలోడ్ ఇన్ యువర్ రియల్ లైఫ్ ఈఏ డిఫరెన్స్ ఆర్ఈఎల్ don't get carried away with the heroines whatever they do in the cinema. Never ever carried away with all those things. It's all for entertainment. You are going to take up your career now. You are going to step into the corporate world. And you need to know you are matured enough to understand how to behave yourself in the society now. ఈ ఆటలు పాటలు అని స్కూల్స్ కాలేజీలో అయిపోయింది రైట్ ఈ ఆటలు పాటలని ఇక్కడే అయిపోయింది అక్కడ కూడా ఉంటుంది కానీ స్పెసిఫిక్ టైంలో ఉంటుంది క్లియర్ సో యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రిపేర్ మెంటలీ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ with how to go for the interviews. Now, there are two more stories, few more questions. Apart from tell us about yourself, your strength and weakness, tell us a situation where you had a conflict and how did you overcome that conflict? Conflict, difference between your colleagues, college lo conflict ayindi, kotlatalu ayindi. How did you overcome that situation? Because you're in the corporate world, you're going to work with a team. Differences are there with every person. You need to work as a team. So what are the conflict and how did you learn the lesson? That is going to be a story for you. What are a conflict? We had a group project, 4 team members. One team member did not support. One team member did not respond. One team member did not attend the meetings. One team member did not accept what we were doing. We had a conflict. You are going to tell a story. What was the conflict and how did you overcome that? How did you connect with the person? How did you explain the scenarios? How did you convince that person to accept your views. How did you resolve the conflict? This should be a story. Conflict management, time management, you can tell a lot of stories. I always wake up late. I always reach the college late. I always come late to the class. I always miss the class. I always have to tell the teacher, please let me in. So you can tell story about it. And how you are going to rectify that issue. How you are going to change yourself to get up early and make it on time, right? You are going to tell a story. Time management, conflict management, these are the questions, right? What is the time? Another 5 minutes. Okay. Now, any more questions HR will ask? That's it. In the morning, you ask some more question. I remember. Huh? Okay. So you are very clear. You are not going to talk anything about yourself which is written on your resume. You are going to talk about a situation or a story 2 to 3 minutes. Only 3 minutes. You cannot tell a big Ramayana Mahabharata story the way I did in the morning. Right? So you have to put it in a nutshell. So you have to mentally get prepared for that. What are your strengths and weaknesses? What is your strength? I get up very early in the morning. I make time for studies. I'm able to do the project within the stipulated time. I'm able to do the studies and get good marks in the subjects. These are all good qualities, your strengths, right? How is that you plan your day? How is that you plan your year? What is your aim to complete anything within that year? Yearly subjects undi, and how do you plan to study all the subjects? Your plan. You are laying out your plan. That's all your strength. Right? What are your weaknesses? Tell your weakness. No problem. You need to tell about your weakness. But you're going to come up with a supporting line or information that you're striving hard to overcome that. You have to come up with a follow-up. I very late. I go to bed at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, sir. What do you do in that night? I see Instagram reels the whole night. I watch movies. That's it. And you get up late in the morning. That is a weakness, right? So that is a weakness. We are all get distracted, right? So tell your weakness, no problem. But that should be relating to your employment, your job, your studies, which is a time management or your any other weakness which you are going to improvise on that so that that will be imparting in your career. Clear? Anything else? So after lunch, you assemble on time. What is the time you're going to assemble here? I want everyone to be before 1 here. The reason is that by 4 o'clock, I think we need to wind up. I got a lot more stories to tell. If you want any more activities, I'm going to do the activities in the afternoon. And if you want to enjoy all those things, you have to be on time, before time, time management again. You are coming late, I'm going to miss some part of it. If you're coming late, I'm going to miss some part of it. And I'm not going to wait exact 1 o'clock, I'm going to start. I am not going to have lunch here, I'm going to sit here only. No lunch for me. No lunch. I have heavy breakfast. That's it. No lunch. I'm going to be sitting here only. And I'll be waiting for you all. Complete your lunch as early as possible for the continuity. Clear? How many count here? Some more joined? But 87, how many are there? How many of you all joined late? 6. I want everyone to be here by 12:45. Is it okay? I'm going to start the session exactly by 1. Time and tide waits for none. I am adding time, tide, and Venkatraman waits for none.